Hello, hello to those of you to my voidlings on YouTube, and welcome back to No Man's Sky. So far we have managed to repair our ship enough that we can leave our planet. We're searching down different nodes, different logs, and we're finding out what's going on. This episode, we are going to be scanning in a lot of different items, hopefully, and getting more and more goods and stuff like that. Hopefully we're going to start in on the base, I think. As soon as I find my ship. Wait, why are you angry? I have lost sight. Oh wait, my ship is that way, insane.
Radiation protection falling.
Once again, here I am not worried about getting everything, mostly because this planet was discovered by somebody else. I don't want to be grabbing things that they haven't, because it goes off of whoever first publishes. Which, if they didn't publish anything from here, that's on them quite a bit. That being said, I'm not going to be a jackass.
Units received.
Okay, so copper. There we go, copper. 355 and 580. Oh, such cute little babies. Also, if there's like absurdly long pauses where it's like, oh wait, he's not talking for like 10 minutes here. My dumbass probably forgot to turn off the mute button.
Units received.
Or, you know, I'm just so caught up in the adorablness. Because it's a very pretty game. And I now have HDR. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, this is falling. So, the weird thing is that the smaller the beam, somehow the more material you get. So because of that, say if you're not worried about time, but resources, like say in the beginning of the game, it is worthwhile to just narrow the beam and carve out like this. But if you're worried about like time, say for example you're sitting there and going, I'm in the middle of the stream, I shouldn't be spending all this time because I've done all of this before, I've done this, that, the other thing, I don't really need these resources. Bump it up twice, and you can get However, right now, you guys are being subjected to it the same as me, because misery loves company. Between that and also the fact that, well, I actually do need these resources. La-di-da-da-da. La 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 di da da la da di da da la di da da. There we go, and we're done. Oh wait. So now that we have that, but yeah, now that we have that, we'll be able to start in good and proper. And oh right, we needed the copper for chromatic metal, and we need chromatic metal for the base computer. We need the base computer to eventually get the warp prize to eventually get out of here. Okay, it's all coming together.
Units received. Units received.
I love it when playing comes together.
Technology recharged. Technology recharged. Technology recharged.
And that's going to take roughly a minute to process. So while that's going, let's see about, is there any nearby tech cache? Humming sec, I don't have the ability to take those yet. So the reason that you notice that, like for example, the humming sack, I very quickly turned away from that. If I remember correctly, because I don't know if it's a humming sack or something more like Lovecraft Eruption. But they have abyssal terror. Ripper, rock, and anyways.
Now protection fully.
So, and those, while they are not the worst to deal with. They are not exactly the easiest. And the reason why they're not the easiest is purely because they tend to come up in groups. You need at least an okay-ish weapon, and you need certain other items. You need a good shield, you need a good weapon. I personally also like having the, what is it? Oh yeah, the camo. Because it just makes it so much easier. Base computer. I'm tempted to just plop it down there, but no. Ow. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archives search reveals no prior claims on this site. Sonar tests confirm site is suitable for construction. Claim site. The scary part is that you could be sitting on a cliff edge and it says, "Oh, it's suitable for construction. Go ahead." Accessing log from previous user. Entry number 4925D follows. Storm sweeping across Gizk, but construction supply is low. Depositing shelter plans with Gizk needs to back soon. Track plans. So what we're going to do is build something kind of simple. And this is going to be one of those, oh, we're knocking it up to knock it up, and then once we're done, we're running away as fast as possible. Yes, we are going to go get milk. Eventually. Oh, it got really dark. Anyways. So the main reason why is just, okay, knock out a structure. We're just getting the building tutorial out of the way. We need more carbon. Oh, surprise, surprise. There's actually a storm. Okay. Here I thought they were joking about the storm, but Kevin. I thought it was a metaphor.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
I love the fact that it doesn't care that this thing is closed off or not. Because I clearly care. Portable refiner.
Technology recharge.
I guess while we are waiting, I can do because we're stuck waiting here until the storm passes.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Alright, I have an upgrade module available. Normally, it is not really something you gotta worry about, but I have no other modules at the moment, so it's not much of a big deal. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry number 4925E follows. Instruction largely a success. Recovered salvage data from nearby. Plans log. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. Edit place parts. I'm taking you down here.
Now protection falling.
I need magnetized ferrite and carbon nanotubes. This one we can just shove in pure ferrite, because magnetized ferrite can just be turned back into pure ferrite. I think it stores better. Because, yeah, granted, we'd have to do this again to get it back to normal ferrite, but it's not really something we have to worry about. Because there's always oxygen, there's always carbon, it's so easy to do along with ferrite, but ferrite is just so abundant, and it doesn't sell. So viscous fluids goes to living slime goes to rampant mold, I believe. Rampant mold then gets made into... Geez, sorry. Rampant mold then gets made into nanite clusters.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Analysis unit online. Diagnostic suggestion. Users should recover salvage data from buried technology. Equipped and use an analysis visor. So it's not going to be happy until we find some buried cash. Tech.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh, I already did find a buried cache tag. That's why I can't find it again. Mars cargo. Yoink. Yoink.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
Jettison pod. Ooh, life support gel. That's really good for like when you're swimming around, because it means you just get to pop that and you're good to go. Knowledge stuff. Ooh, very good.
Storm clearing. Technology recharge.
Yes, I know I'm easily distracted. Hush. You have learned the Korovac's word for two. No, I would laugh if the one species, like, language was legitimately just Klingon. Unapologetically Klingon. Like, yeah, we could totally get sued for copyright infringement. But come on, let's face it. How many people that play this also loved watching Star Trek? They would be absolutely terrified as they realized it'd be way more than they thought. Not because of the overlap, just because, like, space exploration. Radiation protection module. Okay, not bad. As for a note, the protection module is 9 times out of 10. Unless you specifically spend a lot of time on a extreme world that is exclusively that, it is not worth it. At least in my opinion.
Units received.
My reason for saying that is because it does not give you a buff against it. It gives you an extra battery pack against it. Which, since it is, like, not really a one-time thing, but it doesn't recharge on its own, like the normal hazard protection does if you go indoors. It's just a waste of materials, in my personal opinion, at least. you were almost better off going through condensed or sodium chloride specifically because it is a condensed thing of sodium. Because at that point you're only using, granted you're using more of that, but you're not using rare materials specifically to keep you alive just that little bit longer. Research buildable technology. Let's go with space teleport module.
Item received.
And we can talk to you again. Hey. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Awakenings. Explore the planet and expand your base. Oh, they are specifically not going to be happy unless I find some more. Okay. That's the close. Alright, I think they wanted me to purchase a construction blueprint. Okay, I might not get to my goal of getting out of this system. At least this episode. I know I will eventually. I'm not gonna say I'm giving up on it. What I am saying is that this place is freaking barren. With the technology caches that you need to be able to do it. So, for the moment, it seems like I'm looking for knowledge stones while slowly making... Ooh, berry technology. Okay. I'll take that. Hey, well, in Roman time, how do you get a remake? And we're waiting for today, waiting for today, waiting for today that we get our pay. Nothing in the gallery, nothing in the hole. Fraternity with a bag of gold. And we're waiting for the day, waiting for the day, waiting for the day that we get our pay. Yeah. Okay, now we're finally starting to find stuff. Ouch.
Aha! You thought you could get me.
Corvax casing. Now you see, this is a really fun game for if, like, for example, you have an audiobook. Because it's one of those things where you don't realize how much of this is grinding until you're sitting there doing the grinding. But yeah, with an audiobook, this is nice, relaxing, you don't have to worry much. Yes, I realize I shot that thing. Did I get creature meat from it, actually? I don't think I did. And you guys can like start to see why I didn't want to do survival. Granted, it is not a hard game, but making everything more expensive would just be tedious. Or making it so you have to eat. Ouch. I will say I didn't expect streaming on a monitor like this to be this entertaining or this easy, because it was one of those things where I enjoyed using my VR headset because I could go from laying down to sitting up, and it would just take a button press to reset. Granted, it's kind of the same. The main difference is I can't really move it too far. Buildable technology. I don't want buildable technology. I want... Let's see. Let's do ramp. Still have 4 left. Do timber wall. Wall A. Put this here. Are ya happy now? Base teleport modules. Metal plating. I was up to 3. I think I need to do more. Okay, you stubborn thing. Yoink. It kind of makes you think that they had an idea that they wanted to do something similar with the other plants, but then they just didn't. Like, for example, one of the really cool things would be if you could sneak up to one of these. Oh, you can. Well, dang. And just eliminate their threat. But unfortunately, it doesn't eliminate their threat. It just gets you extra oxygen. Oh wait, Are these? Can you grab these? No, you can't grab the feathers. This is a little unfortunate. That would have been easy. Yes, you can tell where auto aim is. Oh, okay. You want to target the creature, right? I don't want to install it. Go away. I also need 2 carbon nanotubes. Okay. Fat lot of good. That is me without a power source, but hey. More ferrite.
Thermal protection falling.
I will say, being able to do that is so nice. It's so much easier to control than the 2 jetpack. Okay. So, before we wrap up, the very least I am going to do is set up the telephone. The moment I grab it. Where's the reach? Ooh, there it is. So I'm not there yet. I am almost there. I'm almost to my goal. We possibly could have gotten it done today. For those of you on YouTube. Those of you on Twitch, you know we're going to be out of this thing within the next, hour. But for those of you on YouTube, once again, if you are watching this on YouTube and you realize, hey, I want to watch more of this, feel free to stop over at the Twitch at twitch.tv /VoidScout 1997. If that does not work, there will be a linky in the description. And with that, we're not done yet. We're not quite done yet. I want to make sure that this thing is bootable, ready to go. Oh, you're kidding me. What? Toggle wiring. Okay. Beforehand, there was just a wire thing. So. No, I don't want to fuel it with oxygen. There we go. So for those of you on the YouTube, we stream on Twitch as well. For those of you on Twitch, if ever you want to see one of the VODs, the easiest way to know is it's every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I post a new video to YouTube. How far ahead you are for here versus how far it is on YouTube is a very spotty thing. But it's one of those things where I'm trying to get the backlog up again. So, I will see you in the next video for those of you on YouTube. Until then, I will see you in the void. Bye!